Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios and brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We're here with a terrific Americana, Washington, D.C. area singer-songwriter and a multi-award winner. She's a D.C. Area Music Association winner, part of the WAMMIES, with 17 awards, including Artist, Songwriter, and Album of the Year. She performed with Beth Hart, Gregg Allman, Buddy Guy, Aretha Franklin, Little Feat, and more. She has over 1,000 monthly listeners on Spotify and has got some popular music like Lift Me Up, Open the Window, Let In the Sun, Keep Me in Heart, and also a few covers she's done really well with. She's had some albums out called Let In the Sun, Strong Medicine, Here and Now. We'll also have a song we'll be talking about, which is up in the Spotify charts and burning up, called Lift Us Up. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from Plus Studio, somewhere outside beautiful downtown Baltimore, Maryland, the Americana, Washington, D.C. area singer-songwriter, multi-award winner, the multi-talented Patty Reese. Patty, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Patty. So you're an Americana, Washington, D.C. area singer-songwriter and multi-award winner. You're also a D.C. Area Music Association winner, part of the WAMMIES, with 17 awards. You perform with Beth Hart, Gregg Allman, Buddy Guy, Aretha Franklin, Little Feat, and more. You have over 1,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. You got some new music out there, plus a couple of cover tunes, and you got a few albums out and a song that's burning up the charts, Lift Us Up. And before getting to all that, Patty, tell us how you first got started.
Wow, I have always loved radio. I have always loved music. I've always had albums. I remember just as a little girl sitting in my closet, my bedroom, listening to albums. And I always wanted to make music. I wanted to be a part of music. I'm the youngest of 7, like a little Brady Bunch nightmare.
You mean a fake Jen or something, or it would have been fake Cindy?
Yeah, I guess it was. Anyway, it was interesting. But everyone listened to music. Everyone, there was like the rock room, the Motown room, the bluegrass room. But everyone had different tastes in music. But I was the only one who really wanted to pursue playing music. But I had a wide scope, and I loved Casey Kasem's Top 40.
One of the best in the business.
Man, I still listen to that on the 70s program on Sirius XM.
Oh, seriously, yeah, and he always encouraged everybody to reach for the stars. Definitely, I still do it to this day.
And he gave a good history of who was, how the music came to be with each artist when he played them. It was great. I loved it.
And of course, that's something you don't hear every day as well, too. And what was that one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career?
Oh, wow, what influenced me? I guess. I tell you, I can remember the first time I heard Bonnie Raitt. I was 15 and I heard her singing Love Has No Pride on a radio station here. And I thought, oh my God, I think I could do that. Because the first band I was in, I just played guitar. I never really thought about singing. And so that's all I ever really wanted to do.
That is really interesting. Of course, you touched upon Bonnie Raitt and some of your guitarists. Who are some of your other favorite singers, songwriters, and musicians growing up, and especially guitarists?
Wow. Well, I have a lot of influences, and they're very diverse. I mean, I go from like Billie Holiday and June Christie, jazz type singers, to Ricky Lee Jones, Joan Armatrading, of course, Bonnie Raitt, Janis Joplin, Tina Turner, Aretha Franklin, Etta James. Woo, big time.
Oh, yes.
Of course, then I loved Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Pat Travers. It's like, like I said, pretty diverse. The Nighthawks, a very popular blues group around here, introduced me to all kinds of, blues artists that, obviously Buddy Guy and Muddy Waters. I could go on and on, really.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And of course, who are some of your favorite guitarists as well growing up?
You know what? I'm a strummer. So I loved, my first true love was John Denver.
Of all people.
I used to never admit that. There you have it.
And of course, he's on a Rocky Mountain High as well in a different way, too. And of course, you got your own music. You got albums called Let In the Sun, Strong Medicine, Here and Now. Of course, winning some awards, some music out there on Spotify. We talk about your own you create, which has gotten a lot of attention. Lift Us Up with Patty Reese. But first, you listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web design that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews. And Eve 11 enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes, Riley, and others. So grab your copy today for it goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com and our 40 podcast platforms. Heard in 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, also on Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, Odyssey, and more. Make sure you take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube, BitChute, and Rumble. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles, both T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, and more, Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today and support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here with Americana, Washington, D.C. area singer, songwriter, multi-award winner, Patty Reese here on the Mike Wagner Show. Before we talk about your song, Lift Us Up, that's burning on the charts, you won 17 awards, artist, songwriter, album of the year. And what else did you win? You really racked up the awards right there.
I won Songwriter of the Year a couple times, and vocalists, I've won that one many times, for singing and band of the year, my band, and I think that's about it, but album, artist, things like that.
Mm-hmm. You also had performed some of the best as well too. Beth Hart, Gregg Allman, Buddy Guy, Aretha Franklin, Little Feat, and tell us about some of those. Who was your favorite performer that you liked, enjoyed opening for?
Oh my God! Well, Gregg Allman, right up until the day he left. I mean, he always performed like he was still proving it, man. He never phoned it in. He was like, I mean, none of those people did that you mentioned. I mean, they're all phenomenal, but Beth Hart's audiences are so devoted and so fantastic to open up for her. Oh my gosh, that was fantastic. Those 2 in particular stick out for me a lot.
You also kept mentioning Buddy Guy as well too. What was it like playing for Buddy Guy and working with him, especially?
Well, it was on a festival, so I can't say I was like rubbing shoulders with Buddy Guy. I was performing before him. So, and it was a festival with like 10,000 people, lots of security, lots of shuffling around, lots of equipment. So, I would love to say I got to hang out and talk with Buddy Guy, but I did not. But it was to be on the same stage as him, I'll tell you that much.
And one of the best in business as well too. You also made an impact as well too. You got Lift Me Up, Open the Window, Let In the Sun, also Keep Me in Your Heart, and a couple of great covers you did. Don't Think Twice, It's All Right, and also While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And tell us about some of those songs and what inspired you to write them.
Well, I wish I wrote those songs. I didn't. The covers that I did, I've always tried to pick covers that speak to my heart, that I can interpret and sing in such a way that it's very authentic and very real performance on my part. I forgot what song you were talking about. Why did I write it? But the covers that I chose, like "While My Guitar Gently Weeps," it's a beautiful rendition we have on that with the string section and guitar. Dave Chappell on guitar. That's really a production I'm very proud of. And actually, on this new album, "Lift Us Up," which is the title track you were talking about. We do a lot of classics. Doing a Burt Bacharach classic, "What the World Needs Now" is "Love, Sweet Love." The production on that, the team just did a fantastic job. "Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow?" Actually, I do more covers on this album than I've ever done. It's half and half. Half songs I've written, half
Wow, that's amazing. How about some of the more cover songs you did, and what inspired you to do that?
Well, I've always wanted to do so many songs that are just there's so many great songs out there, and and I do long. Some of my shows are very long, so I do throw a lot of covers in there. And Carole King, "We Used to Love Me Tomorrow." What a great song! I did that one on there. Um, got to meet and talk with Steve Cropper. Did his song with Otis Redding. Of course, "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay." We did a really cool version of that song.
Oh, one of my favorites by Steve Cropper. Yes, one of my favorites.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Steve Cropper co-wrote that song with Otis Redding and that they're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And also that he had to go in there and mix it the night that he died. The studio called him up and said, "We need you to come in. Otis is dead. Is that
Oh my goodness.
we're gonna release this song tomorrow." So if you ever go to the Stax Studios, it's so cool because the whole time you're walking around the museum, the Stax Museum, they're playing studio time because they just let the tapes roll. And so like they're playing the development of Shaft, how they developed that guitar wah wah pop pop pop. And they're like, nah, that doesn't sound good.
Willie's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Exactly, right. But they're taught, you hear the development of the whole growth of the song in the studio, how they work. It's just fantastic. So
Mhm. And of course, along those lines too, and it made me think about doing Shaft as well too. Steve Cropper being part of it. Willie Hall is also part of it too on drums as well. So I think about Steve Cropper and Willie Hall, part of the Blues Brothers, and that's the one thing that stood out. Not just Willie Hall, like with Blues Brothers, but the staple singers, and also and of course Isaac Hayes as well too. So I
well,
mean,
they had the
that'd be
studio
phenomenal.
musicians. They have his drum set with the wallet on the snare because that's what he did. He would throw his wallet, his thin leather wallet, on the snare, and that's what gave it that sound.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's there set up just how we had it set up with the wallet
Hmm.
on the snare. Yeah.
And of course, on the subject of special effects, you never thought of, Johnny Cash, having that shoebox sound. He would put, just wrap some paper around his the fret of his guitar, and it has like, the swoosh sound, putting paper on. And I think there was also someone else, did effect, just take a simple piece and just, make it revolutionary. So that's what made me think of it. I mean, that was really clever.
That is very clever. Well, yeah, so those are the covers, I think I got that right. But definitely, oh my gosh. Help Me Make It Through the Night by Chris Christopherson.
Oh my
Um
gosh, one of my favorites. Oh man, you brought up an excellent name. It's just going through my head right now. Wow.
yeah, and Rose Drake, the owner of the label that I'm on now, Creative and Dreams, she's the widow of Pete Drake, a famous pedal steel player. And so I had the honor and the privilege of our take of Help Me Make It Through the Night was the last time that his pedal steel was used before being inducted into the Country Hall of Fame Museum.
Wow.
That's on that cut too. So I mean, come on.
Hmm.
These are classics, things I can go to my grave just going like, that was good, man. That was really good.
And besides Lift Us Up, you showed us the release as well, too. You had Let in the Sun, Strong Medicine, Here and Now, and tell us about more of those albums and what inspired them as well, too. If there's some songs from there you want to talk about, feel free to do so.
Oh wow, thanks a lot. My goodness. Well, Open a Window, Let in the Sun is a real fun song off of the Let in the Sun album. And that I think that one gets the most airplay by far. But yeah, Let in the Sun, I wrote some really great, I thought some really cool blues songs on there. I'm really trying to be part of that school of Americana blues that kind of stretches the boundaries of blues without violating the tradition of blues, and a lot of times that's a fine line to cross depending who you're talking to, of course. But I've always kind of danced around that Americana blues, soul, rock, area there, roots rock. I don't know what to call it. And I don't want to call it anything. I just call it good music. What do you
That's a good genre to come up with, is good music. I like that. Oh my goodness. And of course, the title track from your latest release, Lift Us Up. We'll talk about that in just 1 minute with Patty Reese. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, and brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's They're Missing. We'll be back with the multi-talented singer-songwriter from Washington, D.C., Americana multi-winner Patty Reese after this time. We're back in Americana, Washington, D.C. area singer-songwriter, multi-war winning Patty Reese here on the Mike Wagner Show. We talked about her albums, Let in the Sun, Straw Medicine, Here and Now, and of course, the latest CD album release, Lift Us Up. And let's talk about the title track as well, too, and tell us more about that and what exactly inspired you to write Lift Us Up. Okay, Patty, are you still with us? Okay, Patty, are we back on? Patty, are we back on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess we had some technical difficulties there, so I apologize for that. So we talk about the song Lift Us Up as well, too, and tell us more about the song. What inspired you to write that?
Well, you know what? I was just home. It was during the pandemic, so I wasn't working a whole lot, right? And I tell you, that was a good time for me. I have never had time off in my life, really. And to just have no pressure at all, just and I got up and I was like, I'm gonna write a happy song, and I just started writing Lift This Up, and I called it Happy Song at the time, just a happy song. I never thought it would see the light of day. I wasn't worried about it. I didn't care. It was just a happy song. And then when we were working on the album, Paul Buona, one of the producers, says, Patty, just out of the blue, we're eating tacos. Because, Patty, do you have a gospel blues song? And I go, I can't believe you're even asking me that. I do. It just so happens that I do. And there you have it. I was like, let's do it. And he was like, I love this song. And I was like, you're kidding me. And I was just, it's like one of those things where like, I wasn't even trying. I'm just like having a good day. I think I'll just sit around and strum these chords. Doop-a-doop. Next thing you know, you got a song.
There you go. And I think that's a really good day to do it as well, too. In the meantime, where can we find Lift Us Up and all your music at, Patty?
Well, you can find me. I always say, if you can't find me, it's because you're just not looking. It's Patty with a Y, Reese, Reese, anywhere, streaming, downloadable on all platforms to include Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, anywhere they're streaming. These are, the most obscure places you can find my music. So, and the full copy of Let Us in the Sun, we're just releasing a single at a time until the end of the summer. And then the whole album will be available at that time. But for right now, only hard copies are available at shows. And then come September, you can download the whole album.
And what's your website again?
Oh, right. PattyReese.com, PattyReese. Patty Reese Music on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm just everywhere, so you can find me if you're looking.
We will certainly do that as well. Once again, with the multi-talented singer-songwriter and multi-award winner from the D.C. area, Patty Reese, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And Patty, just a couple more things. What else can we expect from you in 2023 and beyond?
Well, I'm going to be getting out of town some, so be looking for me around the United States. I plan on going to Texas and Florida and some of the warmer states during the winter.
Okay.
My greatest hope. So look for me down south, and we'll be booking some more dates out of town. So
all right. We'll certainly do that as well. Right. We'll certainly do that. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Oh, wow. My biggest influence in my career. I'd have to say Bonnie Raitt.
Okay. I think that's a good choice right there.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, is that not the right answer? It didn't sound like very exciting to me.
That's a good answer. I like that one, Patty. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Wow. Well, keep creating. Just keep creating instructions. And I tell my students, because the music business is so screwed up these days, it's hard to make money on anything. I say, you can be an excellent doctor, you can be an excellent lawyer, you can be a great plumber and be a great musician. But it's hard to make money now.
And that's certainly understandable as well, too. Keep pushing. It's all I can do at this point. We're here with Americana, Washington, D.C. area singer-songwriter, multi-award winner, Patty Reese on the Mike Wagner Show. Patty, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. Once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your works?
PattyReese.com. Join my mailing list. I'm not a prolific, I won't be gobbing up your mailbox. I only send them out once in a while. And you can follow me on all my social sites as well. And please add me to your playlist on Spotify and Pandora.
We'll certainly do that as well, too. Make sure she has 1,000 monthly listeners and more. Once again, Patty, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. Wish you all best. And Patty, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thanks a lot, Mike. See you later.